Hi, Ken. My board wants to adopt a budget that includes a contingency fund. Can they do that?
For many years, condominium associations had a contingency fund, and it was called a reserve. However, in recent years, the notion of a contingency fund has not been accepted as a reserve account. Rather, it is required to be part of the operating account. Now, it is important to have a contingency fund because you may have cost overruns in your operating expenses. You may have unforeseen expenses arise. You may have increases in certain operating expenses that you hadn't anticipated. So it has always been part of the budgeting process for condominiums that you have a contingency fund. However, rather than a reserve, the administrative code allows what is called an unrestricted expense category, which is part of your operating budget. So you don't necessarily plan to have a contingency fund that you accumulate and carry forward from year to year. Instead, you make your contingency fund part of your operating budget. And if you don't spend it each year and you have a surplus, it can be rolled into the next year or applied as a credit against future assessments to the extent you wind up with an operating surplus. So the answer to the question is yes, the board can budget for a contingency fund, but they do so as part of the operating budget.